tires on the grid tonight. Dash lights glow in the quiet light. Helmets down, the pulse is high. A new season waiting for the green to fly. Kick drum rolling hard in time. Every driver on the line. One more year, one more fight. Eyes ahead into the lights. Breathing for the revs rise. 30 cars and sharpened eyes. Hold the clutch, hold the line. Everything rides on the side. Green lights go and the world ignites. Engines screaming through the night. Every lap we chase the line. This is our season, this is our time. From the grid to the final turn. Every inch of speed we earn. Hold it flat, feel the climb. This is our season, this is our time. Cold air rushing through the bends. Mirrors full of rivals and friends. Every corner writes the page. Another chapter on the stage. Feel the grip, feel the flow. Trust the line and let it go. Every lap a chance to climb. Every second on the line. Green lights go and the world ignites. Engines screaming through the night. Every lap we chase the line. This is our season, this is our time. From the grid to the final turn. Every inch of speed we earn. Hold it flat, feel the climb. This is our season, this is our time. Lights fade out, the crowd is gone. But the season rolls on and on. Next race waiting down the line. Another shot at the perfect time. Green lights go and the world ignites. Engines screaming through the night. Every lap we chase the line. This is our season, Every corner writes the page. Another.
And a big hello, everybody. Welcome along to the live stream, a very unexpected live stream for tonight. And I've got a couple of caveats to kick things off just to make life a little bit more interesting for us. Problem is, Greg's not able to broadcast tonight. He's not feeling too well. You remember the other week he had that chest infection? Well, it's still around, and he's been told by the boss can't come out and play, so I've jumped in for you at the last minute. I don't have his flash graphics package, but had it been about 2 or 3 days later, I probably would, because Greg's helping me set that up. So you'll just have to put up with my eye overlay for tonight, but at least we'll get some sort of stream in and find out what these boys have been up to and how they're going to go here at Watkins Glen. Now, we're not using the bus stop here. It's straight down that first straight all the way to the flowing right-hander, so it's going to be a lot of fun to see how it plays out between these guys. And one other caveat I'd like to get out of the way bright and early as well. Unfortunately, I'm having some computer issues, so if my stream does drop out, don't panic. I will be back very, very shortly, but my computer has been crashing. So those two caveats out of the way. Let's have a little bit of fun. Qualifying's underway. We've got 3.5 minutes of qualifying left to go. Henry Fenson, no great surprise that he's on pole position at the moment. He's been out there clocking up laps. He's clocked up a 2:03.36, which was his previous lap as he goes thundering past the camera view down this straight. And this is where I was talking about. Straight across here, no bus stop. They just go straight up to the end and take that right-hander at some pretty high speeds. Moz, he's been in the battles as well. Here he is, making his way down to that section of the track as well. Quick second fastest with a 2:03.5. Michael Vos is in third quickest as it stands at the moment. The Simline Racing entry, Send It Decals, finds himself third quickest out there. Aidan Rankin, his teammate, who's right behind him on track, is right behind him on the leaderboard as well. Then we go to Wayne Losh in fifth spot, and Peter Robinson rounds out the top 6 here. Now, what I might try and do, I'm wondering if, I'm just going to try something for you. May help you out. Let's see how we go. Just bear with us one sec. Okay, so I've got the base graphics up and running that you used to see.
Time to do more laps.
So at least it's sort of similar to what you are used to dealing with.
First 2 flying laps were all right. Third
qualifying's almost complete. Now, a couple of these screens are going to look a bit
mixed,
poxy, to be honest with you.
So I off-tracked first lap, then hit the wall.
We've got about 30 seconds.
I don't think I was really carrying damage. I don't think I'd do a 2:03.7 with damage, but like my mirror's all scratched and the side of the car was a bit marked up.
2:03.7 is a great time.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't really think I was carrying damage,
we'll just wait
even
for
though I hit the wall and the mirror was
session to be complete, and we'll get an idea of what the grid's going to look like. But as you can see, Henry Fenson out in front at the moment. Fair sort of time from him.
I don't know where the time
is. Moroz, then Michael Bose. Ben Singer has moved up into 4th spot. Wayne Losh up into 5th. Aidan Rankin slips down to 6th. Then Peter Robinson. Then Ricky, Darren, Sean round out the top 10.
Yeah.
You can hear the
Boydie
Discord
must be
chat.
crook too, eh? Because he missed
I
last
can switch
week.
that off for you. I was going to leave them on, but they are gibbering. Thanks, Benny. Much appreciated. Okay, now we have the results of qualifying, so let's check out the grid. There we have it, Henry Fenson on pole position. Moz Moroz alongside, going down. We've got a big field here today, so it's going to be a lot of fun to see how this one pans out. What, 20-odd drivers? 22?
And welcome to the
23 in total.
race of the
Fantastic.
season. I can't wait the next season already. It looks like it's going to shape up to be a bloody great one. I don't know when it's going to be, though. So, don't forget, 3 races, 20 minutes each. You need to make 1 pit stop to change all 4 tyres. But tonight, you've got to call your entry, I think. Whether you do that via text or over the radio, it doesn't matter. If you're sitting on somebody's arse or you know someone's sitting on your arse, just make sure that you call your going in pits and just do not hit the guy entering the pits. We had big issues with it last night. So good luck with that, guys. Plenty of respect. Thanks for this season. We appreciate it. Good luck tonight. And the top few guys are battling it out for the points. So just be mindful of that. And hello, Donna. My number 1 fan.
Oh, you're a bloody legend.
His first instruction, Donna, was
I'll
get
make
Grant's
sure she sends a check this time, mate.
streaming link out to you so that you can
Thanks,
watch.
Hey, am I sending her or is she sending to me? This is great.
Either way.
There we go. Okay, we are set for the start of race number 1 on the program. A lot at stake here. Benson on pole, Moroz alongside, Vos. Then we go back to Singer, Losh, Rankin, Robinson, Brevenzale, Linus, Doyle, and Barker in 11th with Damien Seeger alongside. Time ticking down for the first heat of the day. They're getting ready to go.
Green, green, green.
The revs are building and off we go. Benson gets away only fair. Moz Moroz has had an absolute blinder off the line. He's going to go side by side with Fenson as they come down towards turn 1. Michael Vos is trying to stick his nose up the inside there, but the Haas machine is sitting there in second. He's managed to cement himself into that. Got a great run off the line, but wasn't able to capitalise. And watch how they're going to stream coming down this straight. It's going to be absolutely crazy as they come down towards this right-hander. Let's look back from our race leader. There he is under attack at the moment. Moz is going around the outside. He's going to try and make it stick. And Michael Vos is giving Moz a bit of a helping hand down the straight here. Now he flicks to the inside. What can he do? How can he make it work? No, Moz on the outside is going to hold the line. And Vos has probably just got his nose in front, according to the timing stream. Moz goes into the wall, collects the left-hand side of his car. Benson goes back up to second, and they're 3 wide, battling out 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th at the moment. Great dice, Wayne Losh up in there. Aidan Rankin's not done with yet. He's got the inside line on, moves up into position number 5. On the inside of him, Ben Singer. On the outside of him, Ben Singer. And Ricky also having a bit of a look too. This is congestion. Now as they come down, Moz under attack from Wayne Losh, who's now looking to the outside as Moz goes defensive. Aidan Rankin looking down the inside of him, and he gets past Loshy. They're side by side as they come out of that bend. Nothing between the two. Oh, they're touched, and around goes Rankin. He has been turned around, and both of them have found themselves out in the paddock.
Seriously, mate.
Absolute dramas there. Michael Vos out in front with Benson in second, Moroz in 3rd. And that's just the first lap. Hope you're preparing for a big one. A lot at stake tonight. I must check in with the boys between races and find out exactly where the championship stands. Aidan Rankin's gone back to the pits. He's towed back to the pits, so that's devastating for his race here today. Benson finds himself back there in second spot at the moment. Good little dice is going further back in the field too. There's Sean Doyle. In behind Doyle is Peter Robinson, who's under pressure at the moment. He's got Stephen Barker all over the back of him as they start their run back up the hill. He's in a beautiful slipstreaming spot, is Barker. Let's see from his point of view. Now, no, he's not going to overtake. He's going to bump draft. He's going to help push the guy in front of him up the track to see if they can close the gap to Sean Doyle further down the track, and they've made a mountain of ground on it. Robinson running just a little bit wide. Now he brings it back onto track, and they're trying to bridge this gap to Sean Doyle up in front. Doyle's got a mountain of cars in front of him. Vos leading over Fenson Moroz. Then we go back to Singer. Provenzale just gets the back of the car a little bit loose. Manages to gather it all up. Doesn't get tagged. There's Robinson. Barker right behind him. Then back to Singer. A bit of a gap back to Glenn Boyd there, who's starting to close in. Dave Goggle is right behind him. There's the Barbie car of Andrew Cash with Rob McGrath. Is that in the background? Yep. His livery looks weird. Looks like an alien. In behind him, Justin Elder. Campbell Hutton. Just tagged the wall. He just got an overtaking manoeuvre done on Geordie Miller, and it's just come a little bit wide and tagged the wall. He didn't make those mistakes when he was in front of me a couple of weeks ago. He was absolutely flawless then. Now Henry Fenson is lining up. Oh, no, he's not. He's bump drafting. Oh, this is getting very cunning now, isn't it? Post leads as they come round to complete lap number 3. Almost 5 minutes of this race gone so far. Post has got a great run out of that first turn, but slipstreaming coming into play. And Fenson happy to push. I thought he'd go for the lead. Moroz is going to go for the lead. The Mosquito is in action at the moment. He's got 2 cars there to deal with. And this is the way they look, 2 by 2, as they come up to the right-hander. I'd make that 3 wide at the back there. Wow, that was a huge, huge dive by Ricky. He's gone straight through the centre of them with some massive overspeed and sort of relegated himself back to 5th at the moment. Now Moz getting a bit of a helping hand.
Bravo.
Can't make it work. Ricky goes down the inside and moves himself up into 3rd spot. Right behind him, Sean Doyle, my beg your pardon. On board with Doyley. Gives him a bit of a bump draft. And there goes Moz. He's not done with yet. Not by any stretch of the imagination. Ooh, very close between those two. Moz and Sean Doyle, nose to tail, battling out 4th spot. No change up front. It's situation status quo. Just try to see if there's been any major incidents. We'll try and bring you what we can. I'm using software that I've never used before too. So you've got everything against you tonight. Vos completes another lap. Lap 4 down. And these two are starting to pull out a bit of a gap. Maybe this was the game of fencing. If I help Michael Vogt sort of move away from these guys behind, maybe on the final 2 laps they'll have enough breathing space to be able to attack without these guys that are battling out 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th getting into the equation. Provenzale holding the mark at the moment. What's Sean Doyle going to do? He's going to go to the outside. He's going to go to the outside. Oh, very close. He's getting a bit of a helping hand there from Moz. Now, can he hold it on the outside? Or is Ricky going to have the line? No, he sort of has to back out of it. Doyle has got the upper hand at the moment. Moves himself up into 3rd spot. Moroz will want that. Further up in the pack, they've closed the gap too to these 2 out in front who aren't getting away, getting everything their own way. There's the speedo on screen for you too to give you half an idea of what sort of speeds they're doing. Benson just sitting there, smoking his pipe at the moment. Further back, though, Robinson under a little bit of attack of Barker. Barker looks like he wants to get through on this one. As we take the aerial shot behind him, Fenson all over the back of Michael Vos for the race lead. 8 cars, nose to tail. Then there's a bit of a gap back to Glenn Boyd, who's got company from Damien Seeger. Rob McGrath's just fallen off the back of this a touch. And then the rest of the crew. Oh, problems in the background. Who was that? Peter Robinson. Yeah, he's tapped out.
Peter, I'm so sorry, mate. So sorry.
You heard it. You heard it. Let's see if we can get a replay of what transpired. Oh, no, it was further back than that. Everybody ducking for cover. Let's go back to Robinson and see what we can see with him. We'll rewind it a touch before he taps out. Oh. So you're on board with Peter Robinson. And, yeah, the car in front of him just completely lost it. And as a result of that, it was all over Red Rover. And he's down in the pits with nowhere to go. Back to the pointy end of the field. We've lost Vos. He's been overtaken out there on the track while we were watching that replay. Doyle is battling for Fenson now for the race lead. So it's all going on. I think he got sick and tired of sitting in the slipstream and got a little bit of a helping hand from Doyle, and they've leapfrogged Michael Vos. Still side by side, Fenson. Now Michael coming back into the equation. Moz sitting right behind in 4th spot. Time ticking down, of course. They have to do their pit stops. Peter Robinson, Ricky Provenzale, and Aidan Rankin all sitting down in the pits. Has Aidan come back out? No, he's still down there. I think he's tapped out of this one after that contact on the first lap. So which of these front runners is going to be the first to blink?
I'm heading in.
There you have it.
Roger.
Benson's going into the pits.
Heading in, Geordie.
So's Doyle. By the sounds of that. And all 4 of them. Oh, Moz got straight into the back of Michael Vos as they come into the pits. And in fact, nearly everyone's coming into the pits. Here's Justin Elder back there in 11th spot. In behind him, Shannon Curry. Now, what does Darren Linus do? Darren's way back in the pack here. Geordie Miller stayed out there, so he's effectively our new race leader and continues on with another 10 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in this race. Fenson getting his tyres sorted. And he'll be back out in just a moment. So Geordie Miller is our new race leader. Darren Linus, what's he going to do? Here he comes, closing up on the pits. Is he going to go in? No, he's going to stay out. So he'll come out right in this battle. Here's Fenson coming back out of the pits now. He's going to be out in front of Linus. Bensinger comes out as well. Michael Vos back out. Doyle back out on the track as well. Stephen Barker. So Geordie is now making his way down to the last half of the lap. And Henry Fenson has got an enormous gap now. Look at this gap. There's going to be a lot of work to do for the rest of these drivers to catch up. A lot of work to be done. And are they able to do it? Ben Singer, leading that gaggle at the moment, sits back there in what will effectively be 2nd spot, 3rd on track at the moment. Then we go back to Doyle and Vos. Vos goes down the inside, gets the overtaking manoeuvre done on Sean Doyle, who's now right up behind him. Is he going to bump draft him? He is. They need to work together rather than fight, or Henry Fenson's just going to run away with this one. Geordie Miller has made his way into the pits. So he's come down to complete his mandatory pit stop while this guy just makes hay while the sun is shining. He's got basically daylight in his revision mirror. He leads by a good margin at the moment. Back to Ben Singer, and here come the hard charges of Doyle and Michael Vos, trying to bridge that gap. Lap times will be important here. So let's see how it plays out. There's the lap time comparisons for you. Plenty of work to be done by this front gaggle, but they're going to be equal to the task. They've closed up behind Ben Singer now, and I dare say they're going to offer him a bump draft as they come up the straight. But it's an enormous gap of over 3 seconds that they're trying to catch at the moment. Vos gives the bump. Doyle says, I'll take the double slip and go through and we'll leapfrog each other. He moves forward up into second spot. And they've taken 2/10 in that straight out of Fenson. Now, Fenson out on his own at the moment. When he's out on his own, he's a very, very dangerous pilot. He can just concentrate on his race lines and is usually very quick in this scenario. How much can these three behind him work together to bridge this gap? Time's running out. They've only got about 5.5 minutes left to go. And Barker desperately trying to hold on to the back of this one. And in behind him, Glenn Boyd makes his way down towards the right-hander. He's got Geordie Miller, who's now completed his pit stop, being attacked by Moz at the moment. The Hooters car up against the Haas car. Haas car can't find a way past. Darren Linus right behind. Then Andrew Cash, Damien Seeger, Campbell Hutton. Then we go back to Justin Elder. Shannon Curry coming back into view as well. Race leader comes around to complete another lap. He'll clock up lap number 8. And he can now see his opposition in the revision mirror. But they're still 2.9 seconds away. Their capital gain's only 1/10 on that previous lap. That's not going to be enough. That is not going to be enough by any stretch of the imagination. What can they do this time around? Benson's pulled the gap out to 3 seconds. You get the feeling that it may all be over Red Rover. Michael wants to go past. He doesn't want to play bump drafts. He feels like he's got more speed than Sean Doyle. Now, Singer is into the back of Michael to give him a bump draft. 2.8 now, the gap to the race leader. They need more, 2.7. Doyle stays on the outside. I was wondering if he was going to have another go. Michael's picked up the race line. Barker's come back into this fight. He stayed clean and consistent, Stephen, and finds himself back in this slipstreaming battle for 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. Benson comfortably out in front at the moment with absolute daylight behind him. There they come though. Now they've made up 4/10. But this is where they lost it last time around. They lost a stack of ground here to Fenson last time. Now that Vos is in front, maybe he can pull them along. Maybe he's quick enough to sort of give them a bit of help. But 2.7, 2.8. Fenson is just like lightning through this section of the track. He's absolutely strong as. So that brief little piano accordion effect that they had of closing that gap has been stretched back out to 2.7. He's picked up another 1/10 and a half on the opposition through that section of the track. And time is not on their side. Michael Vos sort of defending against Sean Doyle there. Doyle looked like he wanted to shape up for a run through, but the line was covered. Michael's sort of saying, let me lead, let me lead. Now Doyle's giving him a bit of a bump. 2.7 the gap with the laps ticking down. He's going to get a really good bump draft here from Sean Doyle, who's trying to hold on to the back of him. 2.5. Oh, and here we go. Ben Singer and Stephen Barker are coming into the equation. They're all going to go side by side through here. That's not what we want. Doyle gets a little bit loose, just slides into the side of Ben Singer, who's done a great job to try and hang on to that. Just touches the wall slightly. He was tapped in the rear quarter like he was running from the LAPD and got put into the Armco. Fortunately for him, though, he hasn't lost too much. Now, they've brought this gap down to 2.4, but the problem is it's not enough. Benson's laps are very fast and very consistent. Henry doing an amazing job. He's got lap traffic coming into play. So this is going to make it interesting. It's going to make it very interesting indeed. There's Vos back there in second spot with Doyle right behind. And Barker, he's come out pretty healthy out of this. He's moved up one spot and he's right in the slipstream when it counts. Through the final group of turns, they come onto the start-finish straight. You can now see Fenson, who's 2.6 seconds down the track from Michael Vos. Onto the start-finish straight they come. White flag is waving, so one more tour. It's going to be too much. It's going to be too much. That's the gap back to second and third. But he needs to negotiate this lap traffic, which is scary. He'll do it probably in the slipstream. It's probably worked out better than he could have hoped for. So he'll get a great run up this back straight. 2.3 seconds the gap now back to second. I just want to see if Fenson's going to clear this before we drop off. He's got the run, but can he make it work? There's going to be enough time. The lap car pulls out of the way, does a great job. Gap now down to 2.2, but I think it's going to be a little bit too late for them to do much about it. Now they're going to squabble for second, third and fourth. Stephen Barker all over the back of Sean Doyle at the moment. And now Doyle shaping up on Michael to try and find a way past. Benson now has a lap car between the two as he comes up to the section of the track where he's faster. Doyle has a faint look to the inside to try and put Michael off his game. Didn't work. Didn't work, unfortunately for him. They come down towards the right-hander. Doyle looks to the outside. Michael Vos goes defensive. Barker just sitting there waiting to see how this is going to play out. Now Doyle gets a great run out of that corner. He's got the outside line. He'll go for the switchback here on Michael Vos, who parks his car right on the apex and prevents that from happening. Doyle has got slightly a better run here, but there's not much he can do going up to this section of the track. There's only really one line through there. Fenson is going to come down across the strike and take the victory. The checkered flag is ready. Comes out. Fenson takes the win in race one. Michael Vos gets a slipstream from the lapped car. He's going to finish in second. Doyle in third. Stephen Barker, great performance from him. Moz Moroz comes down across the line in fifth spot. Then we go back to Glenn Boyd behind him, Damien Seeger, Andrew Cash, Darren Linus, Geordie Miller. A great result for him, rounding out the top 10. Then back to Ben Singer. We'll check those details for you in just a moment. Sorry, that was all a little bit discombobulated. I'm operating off a brand new system here today. It was a good way of testing it out, I suppose, wasn't it? So, you know, hey, can't be too wrong. We stand by for race number 2, the consolation to get underway. That will make it interesting. That will make it very interesting indeed. The results should pop up and I'll confirm those for you in just a few moments' time on where they stand. Just waiting for the final group of cars to complete. I think Ray Harrison has been across the line. Robbie McGrath's been across the line. So we should almost be set for the running of the consolation here. I'm just listening into the admin's chat. I think there's one other car out there. Is it? No. Looks like everybody has completed the race. So the results haven't come up just yet. So I'm not sure what the situation is with that. But we do have the reverse top 5 for the second race here at the consolation. Yes, I can still hear you.
Great race.
No, gentlemen, I did manage to switch off your broadcast before the fun started, shall we say. Too much fun. Okay, we are standing by. So heat 1 has been completed. Let's check the results.
That was pretty good.
There they are on your screen. Benson with the win. Vos in second. Doyle in third. Barker, Moroz, Boyd, Sega, Cash, Linus, and Miller round out the top 10. And we are almost ready to go for this consolation. Lights are on and cars are about to go racing. Not picking up any cars for some reason.
Green, green, green.
There we have it. Green light goes out. Moz from pole position gets a good start. He's got Stephen Barker right behind him. Then Sean Doyle, Michael Vos in behind Vos. Our winner of the first heat, Henry Fenson. Looks like everybody has made it through turn 1 safely. As the gaggle of cars, a great turnout. 23 cars here today. There's Ray Harrison, and let's watch the slipstream as they come up the straight for the first time. Barker gives Moz a bit of a push. Doyle says, I want to have a bit of a go at Glory. Gets a run down the outside. Can he make it work? Here comes Fenson and Vos as well as they come into the battle. Side by side through the right-hander. Moz still in the race lead, goes across to protect the line. Doyle tries to go around the outside. Vos slides up into third. Looks like he's been able to get that spot from Stephen Barker, who runs a little bit wide. Gets all 4 wheels out on the dirt. Keeps his foot on the peg. Is back and forth, though, with Fenson right behind him. Jeff Boyd with a much better start. Damien Seeger is following him through. And right behind Seeger, bits of pushing and shoving going on there. I think Darren Linus, Geordie Miller, and Andrew Cash have had a little bit of a coming together. Cash has managed to pull away. Damien Seeger, I think, was the other car involved in that. And they're still 3 wide, these boys. Moz under pressure to hold this race lead on the opening lap. Now let's see what they can do. Lap number 1 almost completed. Voss on the outside of Barker there as he tries to find a way past. Gets a great run down the inside. Barker gets on the gas nice and early and gives himself a great launch down the straight. Fenson has been able to get clear. He's setting his sights on these guys up in front. So he's hunting for a win in the second race as well, is Henry Fenson. Moz Moroz leading the way at the moment as we look back from our race leader. He's getting a bump draft from Doyle as he comes up the hill. Now Doyle wants to go past, does he? Pulls out of the slipstream. Tries to get the side draft. Here comes Fenson. He's got a lot of overspeed. Where's he going to go? Straight into the back of Moroz to give him a bump draft to see if they can both get past Doyle. Barker's coming into the equation as well. Boyd is having a go at Vos in the background as well. Moz still leads. You can see how twitchy these cars are on turn-in. They slide almost like dirt cars. Down to the racing line he goes, working hard at the wheel. Mosmeroz, a bit of understeer through there. Manages to keep it on track. And unlike in the previous race, it's pretty much nose to tail right down the field. There's Andrew Cash, Seeger, Ben Singer, Losh. Go back to Darren Linus in behind him. Geordie Miller. He's got Campbell and Aidan Rankin absolutely side by side. What's Aidan going to do? Is he going to try and find a way past? He gets past the 66 or defends against the 66, but he's right back in the pack, holding down 13th at the moment. We go back to our race leader momentarily because Sean Doyle has got the inside line and there's a big crash in the background. Trying to pick up who that was. Campbell Hutton. He has got a lot of damage there. Just lost the back of the 66 car as he came round the corner and tagged the wall. So he'll be going into the pits nice and early, unfortunately for him. Race leader holding down P1 at the moment. Lap 3 in the bank. And you can see behind, there's just a great little dice between Boyd and Barker. Boyd's got the inside line and has been given a bit of a helping hand there from Andrew Cash. And that's going to be enough to help him pull away a little bit and see if he can bridge this gap to these up in front. Look at the speed that they've got. They're not only going to catch them, they're going to go straight past. Boyd's looking to the middle. He decides to jump on the brakes and back out of it because there was no way through. He didn't really keen on making it 3 wide, and the Barbie car's gone around. Unfortunately for Cash, he got tagged in the back. And unfortunately for him, he's been unloaded. Now there's Damien Seeger. He's got a bucket load of damage for it too. Stephen Barker, his car looks second hand, it has to be said. Now, I can tell you, I'm listening to Damien at the moment, and he's suggesting that he was given a helping hand in that one. Here comes Michael Vose down the inside of Moz, moves himself up into second spot. It's on for young and old now. On for young and old. Let's look out the back. That's what Fenson can see. Michael can see at the moment. Moz all over the back of him. The front of that car is absolutely damaged, and he's got Fenson to deal with as they come onto the start-finish straight. And Fenson has decided to go to the pits early. So he's in the pits early. Wayne Losh has followed him. Michael Vose has stayed out. That's an early pit stop. 6 minutes down. And he's already decided to go in nice and early. Maybe to try and get away from these guys and see if it's going to pay dividends for him. Boyd in a great battle with Darren Linus at the moment. Aidan Rankin tries to give Linus a bump draft, and unfortunately for him, Linus has lost it, and they've tagged each other. Linus has gone into the wall, and I think Rankin's copped a bit of damage here. You can see on the right-hand side of the car, and he is slow up the straight. Robbie McGrath is going to go rocketing past him. So too Justin Elder, Shannon Curry. So just not his day at the moment, Aidan, at all. He's a great driver, Aidan. He raced with me in an endurance race. Super quick, super careful, but just has had rotten luck this season in this series. Michael Vose leading the way, his teammate, so that's one consolation. Then you got Sean Doyle, Moz Moroz, in behind Moz, Ben Singer. Good to see Ben in the equation here. As they close up to the right-hander through the tight, twisty sections of the track. Looks like Sean Doyle's keen to get on with this. He closed right up on Michael there and tried to find a gap. Here comes Boyd into the fight as well. Geordie Miller tagging onto the back of that as well, which is great to see. In behind Miller, That's the DeWalt car of Peter Robinson. David Gogol behind him. He's got a stack of cars with Robert McGrath, Aidan Rankin, who's managed to stay out there and get back around Justin Elder, Shannon Curry, Andrew Cash lining up. Curry goes straight around. I think Curry's coming into the pits. Now Vos has come into the pits. Doyle's come into the pits. Ben Singer, Glenn Boyd, and we go back to Miller. Geordie Miller's come in. McGrath, Aidan Rankin, Shannon Curry, and Zane has come into the pits as well. Moz has stayed out, so he's all on his own at the moment with no love from anybody else. I know that they'll be saying, I know when the admins listen to this back, they'll be saying, well, no one loves Moz. But that's not the case. We do love Moz. We do love Moz. Don't believe what they say, but he's a long way down the road and he's got no support out there. So Doyle getting work done on his car as Michael Vos gets out just in front of him. So a good clean pit stop there from Vos. And here they come back into the 4. And they're holding down 9th spot outright on the circuit. At the moment, Geordie Miller is the next car up the road from where they are. You can just see him off in the distance there. As now Doyle has got a great run on Vos. What's he going to do? He's going to bump draft him. They're going to play the smart game. They're going to play the smart game. He's giving him a helping hand as they make their way up towards the right-hander.
Geordie Miller, you might have to do it just a drive-through, mate, end to end to clear that one up.
Yeah, I'm just going to go in. I'm not in the title.
It's just a drive-through, mate. No stress at all.
Okay, so there's a drive-through penalty. I think it was for Geordie Miller, they said. The Hooters car, unfortunately for him. Now let's see what Moz does. Does he stay out or is he going to come into the pits? Brings the Haas 767 right up to the pit entry. Dives in. He's holding a tight line. Yeah, he's going in. He's going in. Now, how is this going to play? Let's check back at Michael Vos, because he is the man that will effectively become the race leader. So you've got Moz in, Robinson in, Gogol in, Bruvenzale, Cash, and then Elder as well. They're all sitting in pit lane at the moment. Moz, he's just pulling into his pits at the moment. Fenson, I beg your pardon, he'll be effectively the race leader, I should say, not Michael Vos, because he pitted so early and now he's got an enormous gap over the pack. It's played so well for him, 1.9 seconds. And you can see all of the cars sitting there in pit lane, unable to go anywhere. Moz is still up in the air. Michael Vos comes through turn 1. Moz is going to lose a fair amount of ground here. Here he comes back out onto the track. And he's going to slot in behind Ben Singer as they start their run up the hill. Benson leading the way. And now Doyle and Michael Vos working together to try and bridge that gap. It's down to 1.5, 1.4. 1.3. Wow, this is huge, the amount of time they've made up. 1.2. The overspeed's real coming into there. But unfortunately for them, Fenson is lightning through this section of the track. The tighter it gets, the faster he goes for some reason. He's got it pegged. 1.3 seconds the gap as he goes to take his second victory here at Watkins Glen. The scene of the Watkins Glen 6 Hour a couple of weekends ago. And today it's playing host to the Roadster Rumble. Sean Doyle has fallen off the back of Michael Vos. So Vos is trying to bridge the gap. He's got it down to 0.8 of a second. So he is effectively in the slipstream. It's now going to get serious. What have we got? 12 minutes of the race gone. They've all completed their pit stops up front. Further back in the pack, Wayne Losh has got Glenn Boyd all over the back of him. Robinson following suit as well in the DeWalt car. Geordie Miller back there in 9th. He's not falling off the back of this battle either. 0.8 of a second, the gap between first and second. Benson comes down to start his run back up the hill. Uses all of the real estate he can, as does Sean Doyle. 0.6 of a second, the gap now. Michael Vos, he is charging. Let's see what he can do. This time, he's going to get very, very close, if not side by side, as they come up towards the right-hander. He's in the slip. Does he lift? Yes, he lifts. I was wondering what he was going to do. I was listening for the car sound, and he just lifted when he got right up behind him. So he's keen to move forward, but not just yet. He knows that slipstream is going to be huge, and Singer and Doyle with Moz are all coming into this fight as well. They're now well and truly within the slipstream as well. Doyle leading this pack. As we go on board with him, that's what he can see, the battle for the race lead. Vos is going for it. Vos is going for it as they come up towards the right-hander. He's got the inside line. Fenson's not going to fight too hard. His car's nice and straight. He's probably happy just to keep it that way. Doyle, Ben Singer and Moz going with them. Then we go back to a thoroughly entertaining battle between Wayne Losh, Glenn Boyd in behind Boyd Robinson, Miller. These guys haven't been changing position much, but they've been right with each other. And you get the feeling that when we get close to the final couple of laps here, it's going to be on for young and old between them as well. Glenn Boyd's very quick though. Robinson's going to have his A game with him to get him as they come onto the start-finish straight in the background. Now Fenson, what's he going to do? He closes up behind Michael, but doesn't bump draft him and doesn't try and go past. But now it's become a five-way battle for the race lead. Moz is still in the slipstream there of Ben Singer. Benson, does he look to go past? Michael's protecting the inside line. Here we go. Tactics underway. Doyle has just opened the door for Fenson. He's giving him a big bump draft as they come up. And now in the back of Vos is Ben Singer trying to give him a run. Doyle comes across to pick up the line. So lots of, I dare say, interesting tactics taking place here. Vos tries to get back up into second. He's right up behind Fenson. They hold a tight line. There's contact between he and Sean Doyle. Doyle has managed to get back into second. It's almost like he's driving rear guns for Fenson. Gets it very slidey through that section of the track as Fenson starts to, or tries to pull away. Now Vos has got to run down the inside here. Can he do anything about Doyle? They're very close to each other. He goes late under brakes, moves back to second, and Moz has come up into third spot with a great move as well. So he's got round Ben Singer, and he wants in on the action. Laps are ticking down. There's not many left to go. 17 minutes of this race gone. 20 minutes is the scheduled time before we get underway with the final race here at Watkins Glen. And if my memory serves me correct, and to be honest, I don't know, I'll check in with the admins during the warm-up, but I think this is the final race of this season too. I'll have to confirm that. On the start-finish straight they come. Doyle looks again at Vos. Can't find a way past. Ben Singer right behind. What's happening behind this? Got Glenn Boyd under attack at the moment from Peter Robinson. Back to Wayne Losh, and unfortunately for Geordie Miller, he's just fallen off the back of this battle just a touch as they make their way up the hill. And these guys up in front of him have got it on for young and old at the moment. Look how close this is. Incredible. Boyd's gone defensive. Out on the dirt at the moment goes Wayne Losh as he tries to find a way past. And Robinson's going to get the ideal line He's going to hold the inside. He gets around Boyd, but does he manage to block off on the outside there? Wayne Losh, yes, he does. He manages to hold the spot now. Up front, it's all happening again. Doyle has gone through to take the race lead. He leads over Fenson, Moroz, and then we go back to Vos. So you look away for a moment and all of a sudden everything changes. So Michael's got it all to do again. Moroz is going defensive, puts him out onto the dirt a little bit, then realises he's there, backs out of it. So fair play by Moz there. Sticks it up the inside though. That's going to hold him out. Goes late under brakes, gets the apex. That's all the doctor needs. Bose, is he going to try the switchback? No, he's going to wait and be patient. So Doyle leading at the moment. Fenson in second. Then Moroz, Bose, Singer, who's just hanging on to the back of this battle at the moment. I shouldn't say just hanging on. He's not. He's giving it his all. Down across the straight they come. White flag does come out. So this is the final lap. The second race, the consolation. Reverse top five. Big dive down the inside by Michael Vos on Moroz. Does he get the overtaking manoeuvre done? He's trying. They're still side by side. He's going to get it, but has that cost him a bit of a gap to these guys in front? What's Moz going to do? Is he going to help him? Here comes Singer. Singer looks like he's going to line up Vosi and give him a bit of a bump draft. But he's still a little bit far off. Benson and Doyle almost side by side as they go on the final lap. There's the big bump for Michael. He's got a great run up behind Doyle at the moment. Here comes Moz down the inside. He had so much overspeed there. It was insane. He had to go through or crash one of the two. So he's up into fourth. Up in front. Let's see what Benson can do now. Only a couple more turns to negotiate to take out his second win here at Watkins Glen today. Michael's trying to find a way past. He turns Doyle around. He's just absolutely unloaded Doyle there. Moz is sitting right behind him. I don't know if Doyle moved across, and that's what caused it. But Michael certainly got into the back of him, no doubt. I'm not going to say a word. I'm not going to say a word. So what can he do? There's only a couple more turns to go. Fenson has the lead. Comes through this final section of the track. We're on board with Fenson, waiting for the checkered flag to come out. It's at the ready. Here they come, onto the start-finish straight for the final time. Henry Fenson played a very calculative game, took the pit stop on his own, set himself up on a clean track, and he's going to come down across the line and take a win in the consolation over Michael Vos, then Moz Moroz, Ben Singer. Ben Robinson holds on there for fifth spot. That was huge for him. Then we go to, was it Robinson? Yeah. Then we go to Wayne Losh, Glenn Boyd, Geordie Miller crosses the line. Aidan Rankin manages to hold on for ninth after a disappointing first race. Then we go back to Ricky. Dave will finish right behind him. They're very tight between Rob McGrath, Justin Elder and Shannon Curry. And then Shannon finishes in 14th. Zane finishes in 15th. Then we go back to Stephen Barker, Andrew Cash, Campbell Hutton, Darren Linus. After all that, Harris, here he comes onto the start-finish straight. Checkered flag at the ready and being waved for him. He will round out the top 20 with Seeger back there in 21st and Justin Ingleton making his way around, and Sean Doyle down there in the pits with a very, very broken car. Oh my Lord. Can you believe that? Can you believe it? We've got another race to go too. I don't think it's going to be any kinder.
I'm not sure.
I don't think it's going to be any kinder, to be fair. So we've got a warm-up coming, and straight after the warm-up, we will be underway with the final race. I'm going to take a quick break, go grab a glass of water, and I'll be back for that final. Thanks for dropping by. Once again, Grant Boyden sitting in for Greg, unfortunately, who's not feeling so well tonight, and had to pull out. due to the boss telling him your throat's sore, you're not allowed to play. So,
Copy.
I think for the first time in his life, he's done what he's told, to be fair. Sorry, Greg, just a little sledge for you, my friend. Just in your absence, just to let you know we love you. We'll be back straight after the warm-up, peeps.
We all knew this track was going to have it. That's why we put it here.